You don't need a facelift. You don't need to buy 5 new outfits. You just need one blouse chosen right. Because sometimes the difference between feeling tired and feeling radiant is just a neckline away. Welcome to Healthwise for Seniors, the channel where we don't dress to look younger. We dress to feel like ourselves again. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever stood in front of your closet and felt disconnected? Like nothing really fits, not just your body, but your life? You haven't lost your beauty. You've outgrown the clothes that no longer tell your story. Some people will say a blouse is just a top. But you and I both know. The right blouse can shift everything. Your posture, your confidence, even how you meet your own reflection, not because it hides your age, but because it honors it. Here at Healthwise for Seniors, we believe fashion after 60 should never be about chasing trends. It should be about choosing pieces that celebrate your wisdom, your softness, your strength. And yes, you can look polished, youthful, and elegant without spending a fortune. If that speaks to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us create more thoughtful, timeless content made just for women like you. Now, let's explore 6 beautiful blouses that don't just flatter your figure. They help you feel more like yourself than ever before. There's something magical about a satin button-up blouse, especially on a woman over 60. It doesn't shout for attention, but it always gets noticed. Maybe it's the way the fabric catches the light, casting a soft glow across your collarbones, your cheeks, your smile. Maybe it's the way it floats, rather than clings, offering elegance without effort. But more than anything, it's how it makes you feel when you put it on. Like yourself, only brighter. You see, as we age, the clothes that once worked so well begin to betray us. Necklines feel too high, fabrics cling in the wrong places, and color, don't get me started. The same black blouse that looked sleek at 40 now seems to pull all the light from your face. That's where satin steps in, not just as fabric, but as an ally. It reflects, it softens, it gives you back that radiance that has nothing to do with makeup and everything to do with light. I once worked with a woman named Carolyn James, a retired librarian from Portland, Oregon. She was preparing for her granddaughter's engagement party and had planned to go shopping for something new. But during a closet cleanout, she came across an old satin blouse tucked behind winter coats and holiday sweaters. It was champagne-colored, with delicate buttons and a slightly loose silhouette. She'd worn it to a dinner party over a decade ago and hadn't touched it since. At first, Carolyn hesitated. "Is satin too flashy at my age?" she asked. "Will I look like I'm trying too hard?" But then she tried it on. The moment the fabric touched her skin, her shoulders lifted. Her face lit up. She added a pair of pearl earrings, tailored ankle-length pants, and a quiet confidence that turned every head that evening. Her daughter told her, "Mom, you didn't just look good, you looked luminous." That's what satin does. It doesn't transform you into someone else, it simply reminds you who you are. Now, don't think you have to spend hundreds on silk to get this look. Modern satin blends, like polysatin, viscose, or even high-quality rayon, offer that same soft drape and subtle sheen at a fraction of the cost. You can find beautiful options at Banana Republic Factory, Nordstrom Rack, or even a good thrift store. The trick is to feel the fabric. If it flows like water and shines like morning light, not like tinfoil, you've found the right one. Color matters. While black and navy are classics, they can sometimes harden the face. Instead, try soft, light-reflecting shades like ivory, powder blue, blush, dove gray, or warm bronze. These colors act like built-in highlighters. They bounce light back onto your skin and make your features feel more alive. As for styling, keep it simple. Satin is already doing the heavy lifting. A blouse like this pairs beautifully with slim trousers or a midi skirt. You can tuck it in, half tuck it, or let it drape loose depending on your mood. Add understated jewelry, a gold chain, stud earrings, maybe a delicate watch. You don't need sparkle, satin provides its own. But perhaps the most important thing about a satin blouse is this: it reconnects you with your own softness. In a world that keeps telling older women to fight, aging, to lift, to smooth, to hide, a blouse like this lets you simply glow. It says, I'm here, I'm not trying to be anyone else, and I've never felt more like me. So the next time you look into your closet and feel like nothing fits, not just in size, but in spirit, reach for satin. Not to impress anyone, but to remember how light moves with you when you let it. After all, elegance was never about age. It's about presence. And when you choose pieces that reflect your light back to you, you don't just look radiant. You become it. There's something quietly powerful about a linen V-neck tunic. It doesn't try too hard. It doesn't chase trends. And yet, the moment you slip it on, you feel it, the ease, the breathability, the sense that your clothes are finally working with you, not against you. Linen has been trusted for centuries for one reason: it breathes, and for women over 60, that matters more than ever. Your body has changed, your priorities have shifted, and you want pieces that respect that. Linen says, you've earned your comfort and your elegance, but this isn't just about fabric. The V-neckline is a subtle yet transformative detail. It draws the eye upward, elongates the neck, and gently frames the face, offering the kind of flattering lift that no turtleneck or high collar can give. In fact, fashion stylists like Greta Morrison, featured in Vogue Aging Well, say, a soft V-neck is the most forgiving neckline after 60. It opens the face, lightens the posture, and gives women a natural confidence boost. The tunic shape adds even more to love. It's generous without being baggy, it floats instead of clings, and it moves with your body, not around it. You can wear it loose for a breezy walk through the park, belted for structure at brunch, or layered under a cardigan on cooler days. It works whether you're at the farmer's market or seated at an art gallery opening. Let me tell you about Sandra Collins, a retired dance teacher from Charleston, South Carolina. She just turned 65 when her daughter invited her to a summer garden wedding. Sandra dreaded the event, not because she didn't want to go, but because nothing in her wardrobe felt quite right. That is, until she remembered a linen V-neck tunic she had bought years ago on vacation in Santa Fe. Pale coral, light as air, with a gentle flare at the hip. It was just sitting there, she told me. I hadn't touched it in 6 years. I don't even know why I kept it. But when I put it on, it was like the blouse had been waiting for me to grow into it. She paired it with white linen pants, bronze sandals, and a long beaded necklace. Her gray hair was swept up, her smile was radiant. One guest later asked if she was the bride's sister. Sandra laughed, but I think a part of her believed it. That's what the right tunic can do. It won't make you look younger. It reminds you that you've never stopped being beautiful. When it comes to color, natural tones tend to flatter best. Soft ivory, sage green, dusty rose, pale chambray, or warm oatmeal. Avoid anything too harsh or dark. Linen works best when it looks like it belongs in the sun. And don't worry about wrinkles. Linen is meant to crease. That's part of its charm, its lived-in elegance, its casual sophistication. For budget-friendly finds, look for linen blends, rayon linen, cotton linen, or even viscose linen. These maintain breathability while resisting heavy wrinkling and often come at a third of the price. Brands like Jill, Eileen Fisher, and even Old Navy offer beautiful options for women 60 plus, often with side slits, longer backs, or thoughtful necklines designed specifically for a changing silhouette. Accessorize with intention. A linen tunic pairs beautifully with long necklaces, lightweight scarves, or artisan earrings. Add a straw tote, slide sandals, and oversized sunglasses, and suddenly you're not just dressed, you're styled. And remember, a tunic isn't meant to hide you. It's meant to reveal something softer, quieter, and deeply true. It's for the woman who no longer dresses to prove anything, just to feel like herself. Because at this stage of life, fashion shouldn't erase who you are, it should reflect it. The linen V-neck tunic doesn't whisper youth, it celebrates freedom. It tells the world, I've lived, I've softened, and I still choose to show up beautifully. There's a quiet kind of confidence that comes with a wrap blouse. It doesn't shout. It doesn't beg for attention, but it shows up graceful, feminine, and effortlessly flattering. For women over 60, the wrap blouse is more than just a style, it's a solution. A gentle hug that honors your shape exactly as it is today. The beauty of a wrap design lies in its flexibility. Whether you've gained a little weight around the midsection, lost volume in the bust, or your waist isn't where it used to be, the wrap blouse adjusts. It's not rigid or unforgiving. It moves with you, drapes around you, and creates a soft definition where you want it. No tight seams, no discomfort. Just a clean, natural line that whispers, "This is my body, and I wear it with pride." Style expert Lisa Koval, who's worked with women 55 plus for over 2 decades, wrote in Real Simple, "A wrap blouse respects the present. It doesn't ask you to be younger. It asks you to stand taller." Part of that magic comes from the way it frames the body. The diagonal lines of a wrap draw the eye inward, naturally creating an hourglass silhouette even if your body has softened over time. The deep V neckline opens the chest, elongates the neck, and lifts the face without needing a single cosmetic touch. It's not just flattering, it's liberating. I'll never forget Marcia Bell, 68, a retired family therapist from Boulder, Colorado. For her 45th wedding anniversary, she wanted to wear something special but not showy. She pulled out a deep teal wrap blouse she had bought 5 years prior but never wore. It still had the tag on. "I thought I had nothing to wear. Everything felt either frumpy or too young, but then I remembered that blouse. It was soft, forgiving, and the color brought out my eyes. I added a silk skirt and a long necklace and something shifted. I didn't feel old. I felt right." At the dinner, her husband kept looking at her like it was their first date. Later, Marcia told me, "I realized I didn't need to change who I was. I just needed to wear something that met me where I am." That's the power of a wrap blouse. It doesn't reshape you, it reframes you. When choosing one, fabric matters. Go for materials with movement, matte jersey, viscose blends, or soft knits. Avoid stiff cotton or clingy polyester. You want it to glide, not grip. And the color? That's your secret weapon. Rich jewel tones like emerald green, plum, and teal are stunning on mature skin. They reflect vitality and sophistication without shouting. These hues aren't trendy, they're timeless. They tell the world, "I'm vibrant, I'm grounded, I'm still glowing." Styling is easy. Pair it with tailored pants for structure or flowy skirts for softness. Add gold hoops, a pendant necklace, or even a silk scarf at the waist. If the blouse has a side tie, let it drape loosely. It creates motion as you walk, adding that touch of graceful presence. If you're shopping on a budget, brands like Mango, Loft, and Nordstrom Rack offer beautiful wrap tops under $50. And don't be afraid of the consignment section. Some of the best wrap blouses are gently worn, well cut, and just waiting to make someone feel radiant again. Above all, remember, the wrap blouse isn't about hiding your age. It's about embracing who you are, soft edges, strong heart, and all. It allows you to step into the room with elegance, not armor. And that's real style. Because after 60, fashion should never ask you to shrink. It should celebrate how far you've come and everything you've grown into. There's a reason the white shirt has never gone out of style. It's a blank canvas that can become anything you need it to be. But for women over 60, the difference between looking washed out and looking radiant lies in one key element: structure. This isn't about the stiff, boxy shirts you used to wear to work. Structure doesn't mean rigid. It means intentional, soft puffed sleeves that bring volume to the arms, a sculpted collar that frames the neckline beautifully, a curved hem that flatters your shape without clinging. These are the quiet details that take a simple white blouse from basic to breathtaking. Fashion editor Monica Green wrote in Modern Mature magazine, "A structured white blouse gives mature women the clean lines of youth without pretending to be young. It's the ultimate confidence piece, sharp, serene, and endlessly versatile. White is powerful. It reflects light back onto your face, creating an instant brightening effect. It softens shadows, refreshes tired skin, and gives your whole outfit an air of crisp ease. Paired with soft neutrals, a white blouse becomes the anchor of any wardrobe. It can be dressed up or down. And when it's cut just right, it feels like it was made for your body, today, not 20 years ago. Let me share the story of Teresa Linwood, a 67-year-old former nurse from Sacramento. She was attending her first gallery showing, her daughter's paintings, and wanted something elegant but comfortable. Teresa didn't want to look like she was trying too hard. She found a structured white blouse at the back of her closet. Gentle bishop sleeves, a modern high-low hem, and a subtle sheen to the cotton. "I hadn't worn it in at least 6 years," she said. "I thought it would feel too formal, but when I slipped it on, it framed me. It brought my posture up. I felt present." She paired it with black wide-leg trousers, silver earrings, and a soft pink lip. The outfit didn't overwhelm her, it supported her. She wasn't trying to be the center of attention, but she was glowing. And the best part, the blouse cost her less than $40 at a local boutique all those years ago. When choosing your own, pay close attention to fabric and cut. Avoid anything too sheer, it can look cheap or unintentional. Also skip overly stiff fabrics that feel uncomfortable or restrict movement. Instead, go for cotton poplin, cotton sateen, or viscose blends. These hold their shape while still feeling soft against the skin. Look for details that elevate: a pleated shoulder, a wide cuff, a unique neckline. Even a simple waist dart can add flattering shape. And don't be afraid to size up and tailor down. A $10 alteration on a $30 blouse can make it feel custom-made. As for styling, the options are endless. Pair it with dark wash jeans for a clean, casual look. Tuck it into a flowy skirt for softness. Add a brooch at the collar for personality, or layer a scarf loosely around the neck for warmth and flair. White plays well with everything, from pearls to gold, from leather to linen. If you're shopping, explore brands like Ann Taylor, Chico's, and Talbot's, or check thrift shops where quality cotton shirts are often overlooked gems. The goal isn't to look trendy. It's to look like yourself, refined, radiant, and intentional. A good white blouse doesn't compete. It complements. It doesn't ask for attention, it earns it. And the best ones become your go-to. For dinner dates, for family photos, for mornings when you want to feel polished with little effort. Because in the end, dressing well after 60 isn't about hiding what's changed. It's about honoring everything you've become. The structured white blouse doesn't erase years, it illuminates them. And that's what elegance looks like. There's a kind of elegance that doesn't need sequins or structure. It's the quiet elegance of a soft knit blouse, subtle, comfortable, and endlessly graceful. For women over 60, few pieces feel as right as this one. Not because it transforms you, but because it simply feels like home, on your body, and in your heart. The best knit tops have a gentle drape. They don't hug too tightly, but they don't hang shapelessly either. They skim your silhouette, smoothing where needed, softening where it matters. They're lightweight enough to breathe, yet substantial enough to flatter. There's no stiffness, no flash, just a quiet, lived-in luxury. Fashion columnist Rachel Levine once wrote in Aging with Style, "When a knit blouse fits just right, it doesn't just flatter, it comforts. It's not trying to impress anyone. It's a conversation between you and your reflection." One of the most beautiful aspects of knitwear is its versatility. It's seasonless. Wear it in spring with linen trousers or in autumn under a blazer. It travels well, no wrinkling, no fuss. And it always looks intentional, even when you've made no effort at all. Color plays a big role here. Stick to muted midtones, they bring softness to the face and depth to your look. Think warm beige, dusty lavender, muted teal, rose taupe, soft mocha. These colors don't compete with your natural beauty, they highlight it. Avoid overly bright shades or deep blacks, which can feel harsh. A gentle palette creates harmony between your skin, your outfit, and your presence. Let me share the story of Donna Whitman, a 70-year-old retired professor from Minneapolis. She was flying to San Francisco for a reunion dinner with old college friends. Nervous about what to wear, she hadn't seen some of them in over 30 years. Donna pulled out a soft knit blouse in light heather gray, something she usually wore to casual brunches. But this time, she paired it with a silk scarf, white ankle pants, and subtle gold earrings. "I almost dismissed it as too simple," she told me. "But when I looked in the mirror, I saw calm, I saw softness. I saw me, comfortable, polished, not pretending." At dinner, one friend said, "You look exactly like I remember you, but better." That comment stayed with Donna, and the blouse, she now calls it her second skin. When choosing a knit top, pay attention to fabric composition. Modal blends, viscose knits, and fine cotton jerseys are ideal. They hold their shape while remaining breathable and soft. Avoid anything too bulky or overly stretchy, which can distort your silhouette or cling in unflattering ways. Details matter. Look for boat necklines, 3/4 sleeves, subtle ribbing, or a row of dainty buttons at the cuff. These quiet design touches elevate the look without overpowering it. A slight side slit or curved hem adds movement and ease. Pair it with soft trousers, midi skirts, or tailored jeans. You can wear it under a denim jacket or a cashmere cardigan. For accessories, keep it minimal: a long pendant necklace, a silk scarf, or pearl studs. Let the texture speak louder than the sparkle. If you're shopping, brands like Eileen Fisher, Everlane, and J. Jill offer timeless knit pieces in flattering cuts and colors. Even affordable options at Target or Lands' End can surprise you with their quality and softness. It's not about the price, it's about how the fabric lays, how the neckline sits, how you feel when you move. Because here's the truth: sometimes, the most elegant thing you can wear is ease. The soft knit blouse doesn't demand attention. It invites connection. It says, "I'm comfortable with who I am, I've softened, and I've never felt stronger." And isn't that what real style is all about? Not proving anything, not hiding a thing. Just showing up in pieces that honor where you've been, and where you still dream of going. There's something quietly poetic about a boho-inspired peasant blouse. It doesn't conform. It doesn't sculpt or shape. It simply flows, with you, around you, and into the spaces where comfort meets femininity. For women over 60, it becomes less of a trend and more of a gentle return to self. These blouses are usually made from lightweight cotton, rayon, or viscose, breathable fabrics that feel soft against the skin and move effortlessly with the body. They often feature thoughtful details: hand-stitched embroidery, slightly flared sleeves, a wide neckline that rests gently on the collarbone. Nothing feels tight. Nothing screams. Every stitch seems to say, "I'm here just as I am." Stylist Erica Campbell once described them in Modern Woman Over 60 as the garments of grace, soft in silhouette but rich in soul. The beauty of a peasant blouse lies in its ease. You don't wear it to impress. You wear it to express freedom, flow, and the kind of inner calm that only comes with age and lived experience. The colors tell the same story: muted sage, dusty lilac, antique ivory, cinnamon clay. Earthy, time-worn tones that don't overpower, but resonate. These hues look beautiful on aging skin because they echo nature, not fashion runways. Let me tell you about Elaine Roberts, a 65-year-old grandmother and retired florist from Asheville, North Carolina. For her daughter's backyard wedding, Elaine didn't want to wear something stiff or formal. She pulled out a peasant blouse she'd worn once to an art festival, light ivory with delicate vine embroidery along the neckline. She paired it with a long, flowing skirt and a pair of handmade leather sandals. "I wasn't trying to be anyone else," she said. "I just wanted to feel beautiful and at ease." And she was. Her silver hair braided loosely, her posture relaxed, her presence unforgettable. Later that evening, someone told her she looked like a character from a novel, timeless and full of story. That's the power of the peasant blouse. It doesn't erase your years, it adorns them. When shopping for one, look for natural or breathable fabrics with movement. Try it on. Lift your arms. Sit down. Feel how it behaves. You want something that floats, not drags. Choose cuts that are slightly fitted at the shoulders but loose through the body. A soft gathered waist or curved hem adds shape without restriction. Embrace textures, Pin tucks, soft gathers, delicate lace trims. Avoid overdone ruffles or excessive volume that can feel costume-like. This blouse isn't about being boho chic. It's about embodying a rhythm that feels more human than styled. Pair it with white jeans, wide-leg trousers, or a tiered midi skirt. Add soft jewelry, hammered metal cuffs, a beaded necklace, a lightweight scarf in a faded floral print. Sandals or espadrilles complete the look. And if it's a cooler day, throw a lightweight cardigan or wrap over it. You'll still feel just as ethereal. Great options can be found in places like Anthropologie, J. Jill, Free People's Vintage Line, or artisan markets. Even second-hand stores often hold gems, pieces that have already lived a life and are ready to live another with you. And here's the secret. The best peasant blouses don't just make you look good, they make you feel free. They bring you back to a version of yourself that existed before all the expectations. They remind you that you are allowed to soften, that you are allowed to feel, that you can be gentle and strong at the same time. Because fashion after 60 isn't about denying the years, it's about dancing with them. So maybe it wasn't about the blouses after all. Maybe it was about remembering that elegance doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't require a certain size or age or price tag. It just needs you to show up softly, confidently, and fully yourself. Every blouse we explored today was chosen not because it hides flaws, but because it reflects the strength, the softness, and the story of a woman who's lived, loved, and grown. You don't need 20 new outfits. You just need a few pieces that feel like home on your skin and in your soul. So tell me, which blouse spoke to you today? Was there one that made you think, that's me? That's how I want to feel again? I read every comment, truly, and I'd love to hear from you. Drop your thoughts below. Let's keep this conversation going. And if this video gave you a moment of inspiration or a quiet smile, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to Healthwise for seniors. Because here, we believe style isn't about staying young. It's about standing tall and wearing your years like the masterpiece they are. Until next time, beautiful soul. Keep dressing like the woman you've become. She deserves to be seen.